Hello Tamers and welcome to round 3 of the Digimon Liberator Cup. Nature Spirits vs Dragon Linkz. Reroll. And Nature Spirits are going first. Security setup. Digimon standby. Let's open the digital gates. Hatching Wanyamon. Since there are currently only 2 Nature Spirits level 3s, they are going to recruit the help of the Ancient Rookie. For 1 cost, Wanya evolves into Ukomon. Turnover. Hatching Koromon, which evolves into Volvomon. Then, for 3 cost, the Navigator Hina is played. Turnover, Uko moves out. And of course, with its Your Turn effect, 1, 2, and 3, they choose to grab Piximon, while hatching another Wanya, which evolves into Gotsumon, then for 1 cost into Monochromon, and finally, for 3, into the searched out Pixie. And with that, turnover. At the start of the turn, Hina bumps the memory up by 1, draw, and Volvomon moves out. First, for 2 cost, it evolves into Volvomon. On evolve, if you have 1 or less tamers, you may play 1 Hina from your hand at no cost, but they don't have a target. Next, for 3, it evolves into Lavogarita. First, with Hina's effects, by suspending her, she can trigger Lavogarita's on play to delete 1 opposing Digimon with 6k DP or less. Ukomon is annihilated before it can help the Nature Spirits accrue more advantage. Then, on evolve, if your opponent doesn't have a Digimon of 6000 DP or less in play, gain 1 memory, passing over at 1, turnover. Piximon moves out. And in response, for 3 cost, heeding the call of the Nature Spirits, the ancient King of Beasts shall now pounce through the jungle as Piximon evolves into SaberLeomon ACE. 1 draw. On evolve, once per turn, suspend 1 of your opponent's Digimon. Then, if your opponent has no unsuspended Digimon in play, unsuspend this Digimon, but it already is. And with its first on evolve, 2 of your opponent's suspended Digimon get minus 8k DP until the end of your turn. Lavogarita only stands at 7k, so the beast is depleted. Turnover, Hina bumps the memory up by 1, active, draw, hatching, Koromon. First, since they have a red Digi-Egg, for 2 cost, Fireball. Since there are no small bodies on the opponent's field, they draw 2 cards. And Koro evolves into Jazamon. Finally, for 3, they drop a second Hina and turnover. Hatching Wanyamon, which evolves into Gotsumon. Now SaberLeomon goes for security. With Wanya's inheritable on attack once per turn, if this Digimon has the Nature Spirits trait, 1 draw. And with SaberLeo's on attack, since the opponent has no unsuspended Digimon in play, it unsuspends. Check. 7k on Jaza Rihimon. Trashed. It goes again. Check. 1k on Jazamon. Trashed. Finally, for 4 cost, Davis is played. On play search, 1, 2, and 3. They can only grab Otamamon. Turnover, with 2 Hinas, the memory is bumped up to 4. Draw, and Jazamon moves out. At the start of your main phase, by trashing 1 card with the Rock Dragon or Earth Dragon trait in your hand, draw 1 and gain 1 memory. They trash Volvomon for memory up to 5 and draw. Now for 2 cost, Jaza will evolve into Volvo, and suspending 1 Hina. On play, return 1 card of the Machine Dragon or Sky Dragon trait or 1 Hina from your trash to your hand. They choose to recycle Jazamon, which has the rule text, has the Machine Dragon trait. Next, for 3 cost, it evolves into Lavogarita. Again, on evolve, since the opponent doesn't have a Digimon of 6000 DP or less, they gain 1 memory up to 1. And finally, for 5 cost, the lush jungles of the Nature Spirits shall now be raised to blackened ash as Lavogarita evolves into the molten embodiment of extinction, Volcanic Dramon. 1 draw. On evolve, your opponent can't play or move Digimon of 6000 DP or less until the end of their turn. And by suspending the second Hina, on play, delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. Right now, the only target is SaberLeomon, which is annihilated. Overflow, -4, the Dragon Linkz turn continues. Now Volcanic Dramon goes for secure, with Tllalocmon's Inheritable against 2k DP as well as security attack +1 from Lavogarita, so it's attacking on a total of 15k, 2 checks. Here we go. First, but at this moment, with Tllalocmon's Inheritable during your turn once per turn when a card is removed from your opponent's security, 1 draw, it's only 4k on Starmon, burn down. Second, 12k on another SaberLeomon Ace, burn to ash as well. Finally, for 3 cost, the new Volcanic is played. On play, it searches the top 3 cards of the deck for 1 card with the Rock, Earth, Machine or Sky Dragon traits and 1 Hina. 1, 2, and 3, they are going to grab Metallic Dramon. Turnover, during the breeding phase, Gotsumon cannot be moved out because Volcanic Dramon's on-evolve has ruptured the terrain. So for 1 cost, it evolves into Monochromon and then for 3 into Triceramon. Passing over at 1, turnover. Active, draw, hatching, Kuromon, which evolves into Jazamon. First, Vorvo will go for security on 1k. Check. At this moment, Kuromon triggers for 1 draw and Tricera demolishes Vorvo in the security battle. Now Volcanic goes for 2 checks on 15k again. First, 3k on Otamamon, trashed. Final security check for the Nature Spirits. And it is 7k on Jagamon. That potato is roasted. Finally, to prepare for Nature Spirit's potential counter swarm, for 3 cost, they drop a 3rd Hina, turnover. Davis bumps the memory up to 3, draw, and Triceramon moves out. First, for 3 cost. Towering above the lands of the Nature Spirits, here comes the moving fortress that protects all life, as Triceramon evolves into Eldradimon. 1 draw, on evolve. Reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. You may play up to 7 play cost total worth of Digimon with the Nature Spirits trait among them at no cost. Return the rest to deck bottom. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There it is. Coming in clutch as the 4th card. The jackpot that the Nature Spirits have been praying for at a total of play cost 7. Level 6 SaberLeomon Ace is played directly to the field at no cost. On play, minus 8k DP is inflicted to Volcanic Dra, reducing it to 7k since it has plus 2k during the opponent's turn with Jaza's Inheritable. But now first, Eldoradi's going for security. With Wanyamon's Inheritable, 1 draw, check, 4k on Jazardmon, trashed. And now, since it is still the Nature Spirit's turn, with 1 yellow-green level 6 and 1 black level 6, SaberLeomon Eldradimon Progress Evolution. Into Tllalocmon, summoned by the earnest prayers of the Nature Spirits, the avatar of nature, ruling over rain and thunder, now descends to bless the land with its bounty. 1 draw, on evolve. If DNA Digivolving, you may play up to 2 Digimon cards with different colors and the Nature Spirits trait, and a play cost of 7 or less from your hand at no cost. With this effect, Tllalocmon will choose to summon the black Jagamon and the blue Shogun Gekkomon. With Shoguns on play, one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers can't suspend until the end of your turn. The target chosen is this Hina. And with Jagas on play, he Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. The target chosen is Volcanic Dra, which reverts down into Lavogarita. Thanks to Jazamon's Inheritable, it's still hanging on with 1k DP. But now, Tllaloc's second on evolve will kick in, blasting minus 21k to finish it off. And since it is still their turn, Tllalocmon will go for security, 1 draw from Wanya. Check! 13k on Volcanic Dra, zapped to pieces. Even so, with multiple Hinas on the field, the Nature Spirits can't let down their guard just yet. So they will spend 4 cost to play Tllalocmon. And with that, turn over. The 3 Hinas bump the memory up to 7 with reboot from Godsumon, Tlaloc, unsuspense. Draw and Jaza moves out. Start of the main phase, Vorvo is trash for memory up to 8 and draw for 2 cost. Jaza will evolve into Love Vorvo. 1 Hina is suspended to trigger its on-play search. 1, 2, 3, and 4. He grabs Jazar. Now for 3 cost into Jaza Rihi. On evolve, if your opponent has no level 5 or higher Digimon, gain 1 memory, but unfortunately, there are 3. Now the problem is this. The Volcanics have been rendered rather powerless. They are on-plays target the opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP, which right now is Tllalocmon, but during the opponent's turn, Tllalocmon can't be deleted by your opponent's effects. So no matter how many Hinas they have and how many times they trigger the Volcanic on-plays, nothing will be deleted. So instead, for 5 cost. If the land cannot be burned, then the dragons will raise the sky instead. As Jazarihimon evolves into the shining sky dragon, Metallic Dramon. 1 draw. On evolve, none of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon can evolve until the end of their turn. And suspending, the only other Hina that can be suspended. On play, DNA Digivolve for one of your opponent's Digimon. The target chosen is of course Tlaloc. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Since SaberLeomon ACE was trashed, Overflow -4, their turn continues. Now Metallic will attempt to go for the final blow. Its on attack is the same as its on play with no once per turn, so Monochromon is once again D-Digivolved down into Godsu. Such that with Lavorvomon's inheritable on attack, since Metallic has an on play effect, one opposing Digimon with 3k DP or less can be defeated. But even then, during the opponent's turn, Jaga makes all of your Digimon with the Nature Spirit trait gain blocker. Jaga is commanded to block, and this potato is laser shredded. Finally, for 4 cost, another Lavorvo is played. On play search, 1, 2, 3, and 4. They grab Jazamon. Turnover, Davis bumps the memory up to 3. Draw, hatching Wanyamon, which evolves into Otamamon. Now first, Tllalocmon will go for security, but Metallic has Jazarihi's inheritable. During the opponent's turn once per turn, when any of your opponent's Digimon attack, you may change the attack target to this Digimon. However, with Shogun Gecko, during your turn, all of your Digimon with the Nature Spirit trait can't have their attack targets change, so this redirection is meaningless. Final security check for Dragon Linkz. And it is 1k on Vorvo. Torto survives. And with that, Shogun Gecko attacks. Dragon Linkz have no security remaining and cannot redirect this attack. It's a direct attack, and the match is over. The winners of the 3rd round of the Digimon Liberator Cup are the Nature Spirits.